Madhav Chavan, Pratham. Madhav Chavan found Pratham in 1993 to address India's educational crisis. 140 million of the country's children, 95% of whom are enrolled in primary schools, can neither read nor perform mathematics at age or grade appropriate levels. Pratham's approach emphasizes simple, low-cost solutions. It bases its programs in homes and temples. It trains mothers and volunteers to reinforce math and reading instruction and insists on rigorous assessment to ensure interventions succeed. At the height of its flagship Read India campaign, Pratham reached 17% of India's children, covering 21 states and 1 out of every 2 villages. Literacy levels improved dramatically, so much so that the campaign has transitioned to scale up its results through partnership with state and local governments. Beyond its direct interventions and disciplined self-assessment, Pratham created the annual Status of Education Report, the only measurement of children's literacy and numeracy conducted at scale in India today. Madhav and his senior staff serve on educational policy-making bodies at state and central government levels. They innovate and test, implement and prove, and then partner and serve with government to transform public education for India's children. Madhav Chavan, Pratham.
Thank you, Academy. Always wanted to say that. And there is an aspiring actor inside me, and it helps to know that Jeff Skoll is into movies as well. And I think the Skoll Awards are the Oscars of social enterprise, don't you think? Now, I have a problem, because most of the things that I wanted to say as context to my speech, Sally has already said. So I can tell you some stories instead and some other thoughts. I know Ben is looking forward to those. You see, there are 200 million children in India, 210 million odd children. Sally's given you some statistics. 97% of those, and we verified that through humongous surveys which we do every year, 97% are enrolled in school. Most schools, more than 90% schools, get midday meals. All children are given textbooks, not always on time, but they get textbooks. All children are provided free uniforms, 2 sets. In many states now, the governments are giving bicycles to young girls to go to school. So after all this, and there are teachers as well, not enough always, but there are enough teachers. So why is Pratham doing anything at all? And so when we went out and did this annual Status of Education report, and we do it every year, we found that 50% of the children cannot read. My colleague, Dr. Rukmini Banerjee, tells a story of a bunch of volunteers going into a village in the northern province of India called Uttar Pradesh. So it's a village, and the village head, a patriarch, is lying down on his charpai. Char is 4, so it's a 4-legger. Can't call it a bed, can't call it a cot. And he's smoking his hookah. And when he sees the volunteers, he's saying, "What are you guys doing here?" They say, "Sir, we are here to do a survey." No. Education is all fine here. All children go to school. And his 3 sons are standing there. One is a 3rd grader, another 5th grader, and a 7th grader. Well spaced. And so somebody says, "Look, there's a simple test here," and the young kid starts looking. And so they show it to him, and the 3rd grader stumbles, and he can't read. So the hookah comes out and say, "Okay, give it to the other guy." So the 5th grader starts reading, very, very haltingly, can't read. Now the man is sitting up. The third guy, the 7th grader, is saying, I don't want to take this test. So he says, get me my shirt. He's sitting bare-chested. I want to check every house in this village. What the heck is going on? And so he goes out and checks, and